And so if women are in an affair dynamic, in dating a married man in this relationship, and he's saying like ultimately I want to be with you, but there's just this constant confusion and gray area of where this is going. Can you tell us what changes need to make if we're constantly confused? We're feeling like he really loves us, he wants to commit, but then it's just like years that we're hanging on to something that's like gray, and we're just trying to constantly go through things in our head of where this is going. What advice would you give women in this situation?
Well, unfortunately, by being there for years, you're communicating that you're happy for him to be there. Because men don't really listen to your words, they listen to your actions. So he can have all those conversations. You can tell him a bunch of times that you want him to leave, and he can say a bunch of times that he will. But if you're there for years, I mean, months even, but especially years, your actions are communicating you're fine where you are.
Yeah.
And men listen to actions. So if you keep communicating you're fine where it is, he'll keep leaving it where it is because it's quite comfortable for him. He probably, if we're talking about an affair type situation in particular, he probably is extremely comfortable where he is because there was a bunch of issues with his wife. He didn't confront them. The result is his needs weren't being met, certain needs. And believe it or not, most of them probably aren't sexual, but needs weren't being met. And he went and found another outlet to get those needs met rather than figuring it out with his wife because that was too difficult. This was a little less scary. So if he's getting all his needs met, what would motivate him to change the situation? He's comfortable and your actions have green lighted it. So the guy's not going to change in that situation. Not until you change and communicate with your actions, you won't accept it. And even then you can't assume that he's going to change. You do it for you. Occasionally a guy does. Most guys will just go and do it with someone else who will accept their shittier behavior when you won't.